Hello everyone, me Phone here, and I'm Son of Beast. As you all know, that the season of the NBA is officially done for the year. Now it's time to step into the postseason and get started for the NBA playoffs on 2K Sports. Who will be heading to the championship game of the conference, and in the NBA Finals? Find out once this game starts here in the first round. Let's get started on 2K Sports. Hello everyone, glad to be back here for another game as we have another matchup for you. It's the Raptors and the Bucks. Paintbrush on Son of Beast here. And I have just been seeing this game since the last one was turning out to be one of the bestest one here, since the 2K20 playoffs was turning out to be one of the bestest. I don't know what to go with that one, but the point is, the Bucks and the Raptors are one of a heck of a game that they are always remembered of. Since the last time here in Season 4 of the postseason. Well, if you don't mind, we can do that one here once again to do it for the next one, because we don't know who's going to do this one again. But on that occasion, it's about to happen right now. The Raptors and the Bucks rematch and ready to do for good. Here are the starting lineups for the Toronto Raptors. We have is Fred VanVleet, OG Anunoby, Scotty Barnes, Pascal Siakam, and Jakob Poeltl. On the Milwaukee Bucks side, we have is Jrue Holiday, Grayson Allen, Chris Middleton, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek Freak, and Brook Lopez. Now the next commentary on the sideline we have is Son of Beast, along with the other two of Silver Spoon and Lightbulb. I will be back with the halftime show once more, so after the first half is over, now we can get right into the second half of the halftime show, ready for me to do it again. And post-game show after the game is over. Guys, it's all yours. Enjoy the second game of the NBA playoffs. 2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA playoffs. Everyone, it's Son of Beast, along with the other two, as we have Silver Spoon and Lightbulb. Right now, the sideline reporter we have is Ali LaForce for tonight's game, Raptors and the Bucks. Here's Ali.
Well, Fred VanVleet, a first-time All-Star in 2021, said of his journey, quote, "It's like a movie storyline, just scratching and clawing, all the work and the sacrifices. I'm always going to have this great perspective that allows me to navigate differently and helps me succeed." Brian?
Ali LaForce, thank you very much. At this point, it goes with the game instinct.
I am so excited to see what this lineup is. And as for Pascal Siakam and Giannis Antetokounmpo, those two are really aggressive on themselves to try to pick them up here from the point forward.
Yeah, definitely really the tough one to try to go range around them. We've seen them back in 2020 part of the NBA playoffs. They were able to make that one a lot much harder than they did. Nick Nurse is the head coach for the Toronto Raptors. And this game, it's about to go down. Here we go. First game and ready to go. Brook Lopez wins the tip-off. As with the start for the Milwaukee Bucks, the courtesy fuel and line presented by Gatorade, all filled up and ready to go. Oak Anunoby is covered up by Jrue Holiday, and it's Middleton on Fred VanVleet. Allen is on the other player of Scotty Barnes. Then we have Antetokounmpo on Siakam, and at center is Brook Lopez on Jakob Poeltl. Jakob Poeltl was able to play this game. After playing with the San Antonio Spurs, his moment was really living. Without the ultimate player, this one turned out to be the best of Marc Gasol. Now, I say that Gasol was able to do one of his part. I don't even have to worry about that. Because at that moment, they really have done it the best. They have to try hard to get over. The first foul is called on Jakob Poeltl. That's his first personal first-team foul for Toronto. And Chris Middleton is not only the one who was able to miss out this game, he was able to make this next game to try to keep them the bucket in to go with the hard lineup on defense? How does it really turn out that Chris Middleton has his own to take the careers overhead, guys? Well, he was really comfortable up there, trying to make their way down to the floor, and made it when a good particular run. He was really all alone, staying focused in game. I mean, that's the only thing that he would do to try to keep the moment alive. And in this one, I really have to tell that Chris Middleton was really doing his best thing in the whole entire season. He was really well patient out there. He was very steady. And with Mike Budenholzer, he didn't really tell him that he's one of the better players that he ever played with the Bucks. Since after winning the championship game in the finals in 2021, this was all that really did turn out. That was very tough to tell, to be on the lookout when he did. VanVleet with the ball, trying to look for open offense. With the two, Brook Lopez, great chunk at the shot. Oh, wow. Brook Lopez really tuned it out to be there. Here's Holiday, swings back to Middleton. Looks to Antetokounmpo. Over Portal, layup scoops in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He has his first bucket of the game in the playoffs. Here's VanVleet, swings over to Anunoby. Allen's on the cover, finds VanVleet. Portal on the wing. He steps in, two-time shot denied. Missed the three-pointer for Barnes. Now that Barnes shot was giving him a lot of an ugly look. I mean, the ugly shot he did, he was trying to fix it, but he couldn't help it, try to surrender it. He moves back over to Middleton. Just 6 to shoot. Allen trying to look for it over Siakam. And Siakam hits his first rebound after a good solid defense. VanVleet covered up by Holiday, finding over Anunoby. 3:35 left to go in the first period. Anunoby swinging a dunk down in the paint. He makes his first drive in a dunk shot, and now they're up by, and now they have it 2, and they're trailing. All it happens to be Anunoby didn't really seem the best of the bite. Allen for 3. Went short, and it turned over to a Toronto ball. Not better sight, not better than he was going to do it before. Taking a look at the comparison for Giannis Antetokounmpo, this season was only gaining him for just only 30.6. However, as for the last part of the season, was the 30-day one, his average was only 20.6 that he has ever done it before. After this one, Anunoby had that one with a loss against the Boston Celtics in the regular season. After the last playoff position in the mound, this was really turning out to be a struggle that they have faced. In consequences out there, they have to know the truth. They can't leave it on to go back toward the player that they're going to try to keep on the guard, like Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Al Horford, or anybody. They have to regain the group. They have to find someone, a man, to go for protection. And that's what they have to do to keep an eyes on. That's what the player has to keep in bounds. After a shot by Antetokounmpo, Portal makes the floater in. The first timeout has been called by the Milwaukee Bucks with 2:27 to go. They've really got to stop pressuring this, huh? They have to fix it on offense to do it on the beginning position. And the Raptors, as both players are checked out. Anunoby, Siakam, and Portal are checked out. New player checked in is Pua, Thaddeus Young, and Trent Jr. The Bucks are also making the changes here as all 5 players are checked out. All 5 players checked in as Joe Ingles, Pat Connaughton, Javon Carter, and Bobby Portis Jr. Portis Jr. uses the backboard to hit the first bucket of the night. They're all absolutely going for Portis to keep that wedge in strength. They have it
all down, they gotta go for the pressure.
Frank Jr. back to Van Vliet. Carter with it now. Jr. for three. Three-pointer catches in as Van Vliet picks up his first assist of the game. All that because it happens though. They have a lot of them as they're ready for the cash in bucket scores. They have to do a better job at this angle. Indeed, I would have done that. Just like they did. They really have a lot of important moment that they have to do. Carter. Fade the shot. Connaughton for three. Carter comes in to put the rebound, and now back to Ingles. Ingles has definitely played it with the Utah Jazz, but now his moment is done. He now plays with Milwaukee Bucks and goes with a different team and staying with the Utah Jazz. Doesn't really keep pace up with the last season of the game better than this season. Oh, Achua made that dunk. Well, I must say this one here for Pat Connaughton was saying that he was talking that Joe Ingles was really the better defensive player in this game. But he never really had it caught on. He was able to try to go with the focus run. And all that counts, his moment can relieve to his accomplishment to pick up his moment again. I was wishing he would try to stick longer with the Utah Jazz. But now, his moment is really keeping it out of the way for the moment of his lifetime. Bobby Portis Jr. at the free throw line shooting two after a foul call by Achua. That's another team foul for the Toronto Raptors. 37.9 seconds to go in the first period. Raptors lead by 4. First free throw cashes in for Portis Jr. After playing with the the Brooklyn Nets, the Bobby Portis Jr. was able to try to pick up his own run. But his contract is saying, nah, this team should never leave me alone. I would rather stick back to the team where I wanted to go for, while I'm helping the other players out. And that's why he was getting it all confused, wound up, and try to go back with the other team. That was all he was thinking of. That Bobby Portis Jr. was able to try to keep the team for good. Here's Trent Jr. back to Barnes. Under 30 seconds left in the first period. Greg Van Vliet for two. Good! Two-pointer in the range, and he has his first bucket. Right now, Koloko has got his first assist. And now, here's Matthews. Try to go with the screen. Bobby Portis Jr. back outside, back to Ingles. Ingles with a drive. It's rebounded and holded by Achua. Achua's really clawing this down at that point. Really would say this one to yours. Van Vliet can't hit the three-pointer. That ends the first quarter with a 13-9 start for the Raptors. They lead it up by 4. We got a quick break and we'll come back to the second quarter right after this. If you're just tuning in for the second period, we got the next part of it coming up live here at Chrysler.4. Moment of this game was improving to be one of the best displays in this part of the game since the last regular season was the Bucks taking a win over Sacramento Kings here at Golden One Century. Giannis Antetokounmpo really made it that far to gain up momentum. How does it really turn out that the Giannis turned to be one of the best as part of the game, beating the Kings? Well, the Kings already had that one out there. All with Giannis, he did focus on the attention. They really have it. They were trailing, they were still trailing, and trying to take the lead, and get back in it. And now they finally have it up there across the board to do it again. Well, I say, this was the only thing that the Bucks would have meant. They would have found out that Drew Holiday was able to take his own word and try to take him back. Well, Toronto's starting group all filled up and ready to go for the second quarter. Holiday back over to Dragic. Back to Lopez. Shot clock to 5. Look at Holiday for 3, and this one calls for the foul on loose ball for Giannis Antetokounmpo. That'll be his first personal, and no team foul again. A great block for Brook Lopez, taking a swipe and go with Drew Holiday to try to pick up his own rebound. Oh, he has done. Brook Lopez, like a strong hustle. His one-in-a-moment king will live on. 3 players checked out as Trent Jr. moves over to shooting guard. Here's Trent Jr. Only scored 3 points. Siakam on Giannis Antetokounmpo. Watching Trent Jr. outside. Screen on Portal. Trent Jr. Rebound. Oh, Portal really regained it over. And he had that one with the first dunk. Oh man, that rebound was putting in pressure type. That really has to be on it with a lookout. Giannis. Oh, the Greek Freak slam down. Oh, that Greek Freak is already on the move, trying to revenge on someone. Maybe it's Jacob Portal or somebody else. First time out ball by Toronto Raptors with only 4:44 left to go in the second quarter. They're trying to come back into the switch here, a 15-11 start. They're really trying to game up momentum out there. They just really need that one to stay off focus. Switches coming in for $30. And right now for the Siakam, their team was definitely putting it up with a huge muscle and bustling. Wesley Matthews checked out, Connaughton is checked in. And they are really trying to extend their runs. What is the key to make that one a better look for the Bucks to try to hustle inbound? Well, the key for this one is when a player is right up in front of you, I mean, just don't leave it alone. Just try to go back towards the spot of it. You want to like take the drive in front of the paint, or just go with the outside with the floater. The jumper really impresses me. Everyone really has to give up on their own. They really have to do it on their own. The best is moving. Siakam on Holiday. Layup drive no good for Siakam. Giannis Antetokounmpo receiving another rebound as he has 4 in a row. Holiday back to Connaughton. 3, deep 3. Not going to be enough. Might need to change something else. Here's Connaughton. Swings to Holiday for 3 and hits off the rim. No 3-pointer made a connection fee, and then we're going to try to answer it back again. Trent Jr. missed the 3. Van Vliet tried to do it, and he does. Van Vliet has it up again. He's got 18 for the points of a pre-assist in each game. A post-assist was 19.7. All it does happen for him because Fred Van Vliet was able to make that one a lot much better than he has ever done. Facing from the game, it's very tough to go inbound. Drew Holiday catching the float-up layup. And with that one, try to get away from Van Vliet. An excellent mobile one drive for the Bucks. All but Drew Holiday. You can say that he is definitely keeping his race on the motion. Anunoby covered up by Middleton. Jacob Portal with the screen. To the 2 that goes into the banker. Anunoby with the first bucket, and now he has a second bucket. Milwaukee trailing by 5. Middleton over to Holiday. Free for Pat Connaughton. It's off again. Jacob Portal receiving the rebound, and they're not missing as much 3-pointers they had. They're all doing this. I don't know what's the key with this one, but most range is not going to help. Van Vliet scooped the drive over Drew Holiday, and Trent Jr. with the assist.
Well, that may be possible enough. Try to just fix it up again. Go up with the floater. Middleton back over to Connaughton. Outside, back over to Middleton. Giannis with the screen. Trying to give it to Holiday. Floater. Rebounded up by OG Anunoby. Raptors are going out of their mind up again. Siakam missed an open target. Middleton outside. A report from Alley LaForce that Mike Budenholzer was going to have to try to help what Giannis did. But that team, that Jacob Porto was able to try to go with the back end. If he tries to revenge it and try to go around the back way to stop on Jacob Porto, he would have a right moment to try to keep it from the deck and keep it outside the range. Well, in that case, the Giannis Antetokounmpo really has to try to swipe it out from Jacob Porto. And if it doesn't really help on the player, then we may not have enough to go. You may not have enough energy to try to savor the ability. That's a life. Oh, and it's the first free throw. And this one has to come down. They have to go with the better run. 3 players checking in as Anunoby moves over to shooting guard, Achua. And for the Bucks, 4 players are checked out. 4 players checked in as Allen, Ingles, Crowder, and Portis Jr. checked in. He missed the second free throw. Van Vliet scanning the floor, looking for an open look. Takes the Portal. Oh, Portal! Wrapping around with a layup and go with a dunk around. And Van Vliet with the assist. All that did happen though, Van Vliet, you better stay up that point. There you go. Timeout called by Milwaukee with only 1 minute and 17 left to play in the first half of the game. The score right now is 24-16. They're tough on that one. They really have to just try to show it off.
Indeed, on this one, my only impersonation might be come down to the way down to half, but I might have to remember that they may have a lot of them to go from the stop motion and play to go back to the other players that really need that strength to go with another run to try to go with the motion. The NBA playoffs on 2K Sports is brought to you by your local Kia dealers. The moment that expires. State Farm. Call or get a free quote today. You're at 1-800-STATE-FARM. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And by AT&T 5G. Fast, reliable, and secure. Substitution coming in for the Bucks as Carter's checked in for Drew Holiday. Coming up after the first half game, we will have a halftime show as Paintbrush will be standing by on the center of the court as he will have to take a look what Fred Van Vliet did on his own with the team and helping the Siakam team to try to race up ahead to hit the deck in the first game. Well, it might be changeable and possible. I mean, that's the shot. Porto on Bobby Portis Jr. Fadeaway. Shot no good from 2. Ingles with the ball. G-Ball Carter outside. Crowder trying to take the 3. Ooh, meant in and out. Crowder could have made that one in there. It's really difficult. Trying to keep that one in range. It was a close call. Oh man, he would have had that one out there with a 3-point range. 7 to shoot. Screen on Portal with the 3. Rebounded by Bobby Portis Jr. Crowder trying to go with the 2 to lead it and has that down to get a close game. Crowder's got his first bucket of the night. And that will end the first half of the game. The Toronto Raptors lead by 4. And the Bucks are trying to figure out to make a comeback in between. And a chance now to catch you on the sideline of Allie LaForce. Allie?
Thanks, I'm here with head coach Mike Budenholzer. Coach, how would you characterize the intensity level in that first half?
Yeah, no, it's very intense. You know, both teams are getting out there defensively. Nothing's going to be easy, so it's what it's supposed to be.
Hopefully it continues in the second half. Thanks.
All right, Allie, thank you very much. Stay tuned. Halftime show is on. And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show. What's up, folks? Paintbrush here, and what a marvelous run here. It turned out to be a little back-to-back switch here. Follow-ups and like increase and decline. We're going to see what the first half recap is. Pascal Siakam and their team of the Raptors really have gotten a lot of pursuit, trying to punch their way with the first win in Game 1. They try to upset the score on the Bucks. With Toronto Raptors, they're really having a hard one to try to pick up the play and bounce. But in that case of the moment, they really have a hard setup to make it a tricky angle. They're doing a lot of best works as they can. And for Team Bucks, Giannis and their team are trying to go with the three-pointers. With an open shot made their way, it's hard to keep it that one up their head. They really have to show someone else to give it up the run. And well, that's going to do it for today, as we got the second half ready to come in action. Son of Beast, it's all yours. We'll salute you back to the postgame show. And as we welcome you back at Fiserv Forum, we've got the third quarter ready to go. And right at this moment, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek freak, knows his word and routine and they have. Well, in that case, in this one moment, Giannis Antetokounmpo was definitely doing his own grumpy grip. Their team is really trying to pick up the run and do the better thing as they can. They have enough though to go right around it. And without motion and drive, they have to do it somewhere else around the deck. With the second half ready to go, we have the starting of the group. With Jacob Porto made that one a good layup. Nobody's uncovered. They gotta do something else. Mobile one drive for the Raptors as Jacob Porto keeps it up. Giannis finds Holiday. Holiday swings over again to Lopez. Giannis going for the three. Off the angle, recheck it on Siakam. That really has to give him a hard move. It looks like it's not going really well. They have to do something else. Here's Siakam. Their team is up by 6. Ball loose. Siakam has lost it. Antetokounmpo on a fast break. Layup in. And Antetokounmpo has 10 points in the paint. They're now down by 4. Here's Anunoby coming up by Allen. Trying to watch it from the deck. Portal on Lopez. For the 2. In and out. Another miss by Toronto Raptors. They're keeping an eye looking at it open. They don't have the range to succeed it through, but they didn't really want to show it off. They have to do it with someone else. Here's Siakam. Nope. I don't know. Antetokounmpo. Allen over Anunoby. That is good for the 2-point shot. And Allen's got his first bucket right on the line. Barnes up by VanVleet for 3. Well, wide open range is no good. Off to a terrible one to start the third quarter. They don't want that one to try to keep it out of the motion sight. They gotta do something else to try to stop them. Lopez swings back to Middleton. 6 on the shot clock. Allen taking the 3. And once again, no 3-pointers come up for the Bucks. They're losing their tempos out there. Really not even to go with that one. Look. Jacob Porto grabs the rebound. No shot made. Lopez swings to Middleton. Giannis sets for an open look. In and out. That's Jacob Porto with another rebound. They're losing a lot of the 3-pointers. They're not really trying to keep that one over it again. They have to do something else about it. They've got to get over it. OG Anunoby hits the floater. The rejector was really impossible. Really enough to go with that one in motion. Allen fighting it back, and they're now back down by 2. Timeout called by Toronto with 3:23 left to go. They're trying to keep the pursuit out there. They're trying to maintain their way.
All that happens now, they gotta go.
And for you guys, if you have watched the deals, be sure to head into my deals playlist section as it is finally already out. I know that video was taking a long and expected, but finally the video is out. Go ahead and watch it now here on the playlist. But in the May of the month, no show for the new episode, as we will keep you off site for an off month of the day, and then we will resume it back again on June, for the day before my birthday.
Well, it's really that tough. You guys got a plan to schedule out there, but do for your best.
I know. But don't try to regret on me. I try to do it like I was looking for, not really try to open it up and get it over. Now new substitutions coming in for the Raptors, as Boucher is checked in for Jacob Portal. And as to the other hand, right now, as Middleton was able to do his on his own with Giannis Antetokounmpo, the team really has given it up a better look of a shot. They have to do it. They gotta regain the effort to hit it back in.
Oh, it did happen there. They really have shown you what they've got.
A great rejection for Brook Lopez. That's number 2. And just like the previous play, this is what the play looks like.
Oh, it did happen for Brook Lopez. First half and second half.
All it did happen. And good on it. Good release bit to take the block. Now Koloko is checked in for Pascal Siakam. Four on the clock. With 1, Boucher missed the 3-pointer in the corner. Dragic back to Antetokounmpo, and he ties the game. Dragic with the assist, and Antetokounmpo has 12 points.
Keep up the range. They really don't want to show it off.
Here's Barnes coming up by Middleton. VanVleet for 3. Trying to take the rebound. Trying to stop. Oh, Boucher smacked the head on Antetokounmpo, saying, whoa, trying to reject that one here. Retreat. Ooh, almost would have been smacked out there. If Giannis was okay, and he can still play in the game. Drew Holiday, in and out. Trent Jr. with the ball on Boucher. Trent Jr. on Holiday. 2 minutes to go in the third period. It's a 30-28 run. They trail by 2. Trent Jr. no good. Giannis goes over to Brook Lopez. To Giannis. Bad pass. Rejected over by Boucher. Now on the fast break. Here's on Barnes. No pointer here made. Dragic swings to Middleton. Antetokounmpo outside. To Lopez. Back to Middleton. Try to give it back to Middleton. To Dragic. With the 2. Step back. No good. VanVleet pursuing a run to hit the deck. He finds Koloko. The shot made that one. A good dunk for Koloko. And VanVleet with the assist. The next timeout has been called by Milwaukee with 1:13 left to go.
They need to fix it. That play was just very hard to go with the Bruto.
And as for this next game, to keep your eyes tuned on for the last 3, we will have another aggressive to take that run on a possessive run for the team. And this point on, we will keep this one on focus to have another part of the game back in anyway, as we will have the next matchup we have is the Denver Nuggets facing against the Minnesota Timberwolves. And the last one, on the other hand, we will have another setup in between for the Celtics and the Heat. Only 2 games to maintain their way, and 1 game in Game 2 will be the next one to carry for the Cavs and Knicks. So that'll be one. That'll be 2 for game 1 and 1 for game 2. So keep your eyes tuned as we will have more underway after this. So we'll do the Celtics and the Heat, and then game 2 will be the Cavaliers and Knicks. And the final game will be the Nuggets and Wolves. Sounds like a good idea if you can do that, but yeah, I like that.
That's a great choice.
New substitution for the Bucks. Right now, Boucher and Colico are checked out. And checking in is Young and Ochoa. Lopez, good look, and down he goes. We got an injury player for Ochoa.
Uh-oh, that's really bad. All because it did happen, it was bad.
Oh man, Nick Nurse will have to retrieve someone out there. Their teams are helping him up, and they're walking him off the court.
Get the lineup for the Raptors.
Now the new checkup, now the new change in for Ochoa is Pascal Siakam. VanVleet on Dragic. Finds Trent Jr. for 3. 3-pointer miss. And Brook Lopez with the rebound. Go for Ingles. Oh yes! A 2-pointer tied the game. Not a lead, but only 2. Yeah, it really did turn out to be Ingles. He's on the board. Welcome to the team. VanVleet finds Barnes. 40 seconds left to play in the third quarter of the game. Barnes for the 2. Taking the lead is no good. Portis Jr. receiving another rebounding. That's number 2. Lopez back the outside of the range. Back over again to Portis Jr. Siakam on him. Finds Dragic. Brook Lopez is trying to go with the screen. Try to cut in for 2. Good for Lopez. Now your team is up by 2. 10 seconds left for the Siakam. Siakam with the 2. Off the range. From half court, Ingles. And now it's off the mark. That's the end of the third quarter. The Bucks are up by 2. To end the run for the Raptors, the start of a winning celebration here for the Bucks win over the Raptors. They might have to do it anyway. They got to get over this. We got the fourth quarter coming up after the break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back of the NBA 2K Sports Playoffs. And a moment now to reveal Mike Budenholzer.
Hey, we got a run for the Bucks. We're good. Kick in subs. Everybody rebound.
Mike Budenholzer was able to try to help the team out. We're good. Don't keep your pressure out of it. You just got to go for it. That's all. Don't just get rejected up there if you want to take it over again.
Yeah, he's pretty serious about this one. More than occasionally would have been a tormentable night if they would try to close the game off an attack. OG Anunoby. Already making a one-hand drive. A terrific mobile one drive for the Raptors.
Here's Carter back to Connaughton. They on the move and foul. That goes to Scotty Barnes with the first personal, and their first team foul is increasing with another fourth team foul for Toronto. Oh, it happens to be one of them. They're not able to do enough moment to get right back into it. Now Pat Connaughton's at the free throw line shooting 2, and Nick Nurse trying to explain it for the team. Stop rejecting the ball if you're going to try to put a rejection, or else you could get fouled. It's a little disappointment. A lot of head coaches are getting a little bit frustrated enough to start the first game. They don't want that to happen, to go with every game with their mobility. Try to stay in contention. Connaughton had missed the first free throw.
It really has to settle on because this one can't be happening.
Thaddeus Young is checked out as Chris Boucher is checked in. Also making new changes for the Milwaukee Bucks as Carter is checked out and Giannis Antetokounmpo is checked in, along with Holiday checking in for Bobby Portis Jr. And he hits the first free throw. Raptors trailing. Here's Siakam on Antetokounmpo. Anunoby swings to Boucher over on Lopez. Try to watch the floater. The fadeaway. Another miss by Toronto Raptors. Giannis has 10 rebounds this game, looking for 11 tonight. Antetokounmpo waking it through with the layup drive, and Antetokounmpo has 14. Oh, with Giannis the Greek freak, he really likes to lift up in the curse. Anunoby, try to stop the run. Barnes to tie it. Good! Outside the 3-point marker, and they have 37. Both guys are intense. Really tough one to try to feed the deer, and Raptors the claw to try to reach out. Offensive foul calls on Garrett Allen. That will be changed over to Toronto ball. New substitution coming in, as right now Siakam is checked out. Porto is checked in. And with Pat Connaughton out, Middleton is checked in. And now goes the other way to Milwaukee ball. Oh boy, the smack out. Match 1-to-1 moment. Can't be really focusing out there. Holiday swings to Middleton. Gives it to Holiday. Trying to make a change. Over again. Anunoby with that steal. Fast break. Try to go for the lead. Allen's on Anunoby. Barnes outside, covered up by Middleton. Back to Anunoby. Raptors are securing another point to get the bucket in. Ball loose. Middleton has it. Here comes Allen with the 2. In open range, went short. Here's Trent Jr. trying to reach it across. With a layup, scores the bucket in, and now they're back up by 2. There is too much to congest it for the possessive breakdown. They have to work on it. Holiday going for 3. 3-pointer missed out. Now here's Barnes. And a 2 for Barnes. No good for the 2. They're off to another struggle. The worst keeps on happening. Anunoby taking another steal on the fast break. He flings it to Portal. Over Allen. Missed again as Middleton takes his own rebound. Giannis Antetokounmpo in the corner finds Allen. Back to Lopez. Lopez trying to make a cut in. Over to Holiday. Holiday with the 2. No good out in the range. They're losing it too much out there. They don't want to waste it again. Back to Portal. Portal to Trent Jr. Holiday trying to watch his run attack. And Trent Jr. slams the ball down the alley. And they are of extension by 4. Oh, it does happen now. It's really going to be a very nightmare run. Next time out has been called by Milwaukee with 2:32 left to go. They still need to get this up in motion to try to end this run to make it count. All it does happen now, and they really need to pick up the pace. They got to go with another look. Chance now to reveal your New Balance player of the game. For the Raptors, it goes to Van Vliet. Van Vliet was able to do what he has done. With the player part of the playoff in the position, they're really trying to keep it focused. The game is that hard and that simple, it's going to keep it going. When the Raptors get reported, they say Van Vliet is one of the biggest players in the game. Right now, Ali LaForce has reported that Achua is out of the game and will not be playing here for the rest of the game. And he will be back with the second game of the playoffs in position. He knows he has his hamstring that was given a release of his sight, and he was left out alone. Not really doing it what his comfortable work has been putting out, but he might have to just keep an eyes on steady for this part of the moment and needs to be revealed. The NBA playoffs on 2K Sports is brought to you by your local Kia dealer. And a moment inspires. Ruffles, the official chip of the NBA. And by Adidas. Both teams have one timeout remaining. And right now they're trying to get back into work. Here's Van Vliet. He's covered up by Drew Holiday over to Trent Jr. on Allen. Finds Barnes. Trying to take a steal, but Siakam on Akumpa. Finds Trent, and Trent slammed one hand down. They now have it up by 4. Oh, really, that's the turn out for Trent Jr. They really have more time to think about it. He finds Holiday. Finds over Allen. Gives it to Lopez. Try to help the play with the screen. Free for Allen. Good! Finally off the 3. They're down by 1. Oh, quiet out there. They really have it. Cooper with the rebound. Rolling back towards Lopez. Calls tip. It tips over to Trent Jr. Raptors in the lead. Siakam. Red Van Vliet for the getaway. And Antetokounmpo with the rebound. Really has to turn out what they did. Really can't show them what they got. Antetokounmpo back to Holiday. With the lead. Foul. Bucket. And went off target. Scotty Barnes receiving the foul. He was complaining too much out there. How come it was me? He was really doing too much on his own. And right now, Drew Holiday is at the free throw line, shooting 2. Mike Budenholzer would have complained his team to try to go for an open possession. But the play cuts are very tough. Nobody is walling up on Trent Jr. That's a little defensive mistake here. Oh well, they may need to fix it out there. Right now, Drew Holiday trying to moment of silence. His first free throw went off. Drew Holiday's trying to stay focused out there. Since he learned for last season, his team was trying to keep him right from the tight of the line. And as for the last postseason, the team have already lost against the Boston Celtics in Game 7. All because now they successfully beat the Bucks. And a second free throw will count in. The game's tied 43. Here's Siakam. Cover on to Kupo. Trying to move it around. Floater in. Siakam milking his way over. And he is trying to pick himself up in the lead to try to end the run in Game 1. And Allen back the other way. 2-pointer scores. Allen with the number 2. That's 9 in the game. All what Allen really has to do is he's really going to keep it cooperating. He might. Siakam on Antetokounmpo. Block the pass. Try to push it up. And Antetokounmpo try to reject it, but it's fouled on Chris Middleton. That's his first personal, and now the Bucks are having another technical team fouls to give up their run. I don't have to say this one because Jacob Porter was trying to push right over, trying to shove out of Lopez, and then said he was really doing it too hard. Nick Nurse wasn't really seeing that coming. Jacob Porter at the free throw line shooting 2 with 37.3 seconds. Free throw sent in. That really has to go for Jacob Portal. Try to give up the run. Trent Jr.'s checked out as Ananobi's checked in. They're now back to the starting 5 players from the beginning of the game. Jacob Portal missed it. And now they have the chance to take the lead. To Holiday for the win. Good! Drew Holiday! Assist goes out to Antetokounmpo. Oh my goodness, they're doing it much better than ever. Timeout for the last call of Toronto with 27 seconds to go. Oh wow, this has been a night. I have to say this one to you, this other piece. They really have it all down. They've got a great feeling of this game. I have to tell this one. This was a tremendous night. Every other game. And great. They would have another way to get that one a shot. I like it when the Bucks are going louder. They have done it like this before. Wow. Definitely can't deny this one. They are really doing the best. Coming up later tonight, we will have the next part of the game as the Grizzlies are around to warm it up and ready to take on against LeBron James' team of the Lakers. As right now, Kevin Harlan will be reporting here with the next commentary for the last game of the postseason. And for day number 3, we will have 2 games for game 1. Nuggets versus the Timberwolves. Celtics versus the Heat. And 1 for game 2 of the Knicks and Cavaliers. I'll be keeping an eye on the report here as Brian Anderson will start his way off for the Boston Celtics and the Heat. For the other side of it, the Knicks and Cavaliers. Maybe that will help. Well, maybe that one on the way to be called. Memphis Grizzlies and Lakers are next. Once we get it settled, we'll be ready to go. Van Vliet off the trouble range right now, and now they have their chance to try to go take the lead. Right now, Drew Holiday has called a foul, another team foul on Milwaukee. Fred Van Vliet at the free throw line shooting 2. Fans are very not that happy to try to keep up the run. They're saying that, ref, you stink. I mean, that's kind of like a little dirty aggressive on the call. I don't want to hear that one anymore. Van Vliet hits the first free throw. Their team is doing its best thing as they could have done. If he makes the second shot, they will have to call their last timeout for Milwaukee because there are no timeouts for Toronto. Hits the second free throw. Right now, Giannis Antetokounmpo will use his final timeout with 22.1 seconds to go. And right now, they only have 1, so both teams have no timeout left to regain the possession. All that did happen now, it was really not tough to be honest, but the game has always happened. With Paintbrush, we got the post-game show. We'll see how the current status is up there. And with that part of the game, it will be the end of it. They're trying to pick up the run to end the game and go with the flow to hit the shot deck on the corner. We'll see what the game comes in with the finalizing of the last game to keep in precious sight on the Clean Lookout page. And then with the last one will be the Lakers and the Grizzlies. If you're tuning into the Stanley Cup playoffs on EA Sports, we'll get game number 3 on the way to the board. As you have a lot of the players that could definitely do the range to try to fight back with a lead extension or sometimes these series ties. Maybe it might be a tough one to be in between about. We don't know what we will do. Well, keep your eyes out there. They could be up to a better angle of the night. With the chance, can Milwaukee take it back with the lead? The decision starts right now. Right now, here's Holiday. Their team will try to pick up their way down on the board. He finds Giannis. Over Siakam. Good! Siakam missed the block. And now they're up by 1. Now for Siakam. Win it or lose or missed it. Siakam for 2. Oh boy, the back-to-back switch change is up in trouble. Here's Siakam for the win. Lopez almost made that shot, but it was too close to handle. Wow, that was the biggest disappointment in the first game. Oh man, I have to say this was the end of the line with all that happened. Indeed, they have it all the truth they needed. Your final score for tonight is 50-49. Raptors take a crush out over the Bucks score. A buzz beater overtime by Tissot. We'll see you all for the next game of the NBA playoffs. And now to close things off, we have his paintbrush standing by. Good night, everyone. Son of Beast, thank you very much. A crush out with the first game of the night, as the Bucks may have attained that they would have a chance to win it. But not for all, the Raptors made a crush over to start the first game of the period for the playoffs. The Raptors have now a 1-0 lead series over the Bucks. And here's how they did with the total statistic runs here on the board. As of right now, we have the field goal percentage here. That was 39 and 23 three-pointers of the night for the Raptors. The free throw percentages was still only 60. That was only in between the range that did happen once before. Really did stand out like they have done, with 10 fast break points and points in paint for 38 for the Bucks. Second chance points, bench points was also a tremendous run for the Raptors to gain the momentum. Assist was only 17. Offense rebounds was only 11 and 24 defensive rebounds for the Bucks. Only 4 steals were taken. That was the Raptors that regained control. And 4 blocks was the Bucks. Really did turn out like he have done it. Only 5 and 2 points off turnovers for the Bucks. Team fouls was only less, and 15 foul was given for the Raptors, a counterclockwise. 8 dunks were performed, the biggest moment. Almost had 10, but could have done that. 8 biggest lead in the chain was the Raptors, and time of possession was 12-25. So disappointing effort for the first game of the playoffs for the Bucks. But hopefully they will have to recharge and be ready for Game 2, the next one coming in. Time for 3 star players of the game. Number 3, we have that one down with only a few. Now, nobody has ever seen it like this. With this 1 star, I'm giving it off to Jacob Portal. He has 9 points, 9 rebounds, and 1 assist. Only did turn out, only 2 dunks were performed, 12 performance run. So that was all it did turn out. That was like a make it ball, make it look hard, and very interesting. The second star on the other hand right now, as without the Jacob Portal, is now Fred VanVleet. A New Balance player of the game, had 9 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. He only made 1 3-pointer here for the part of the game, and with the performance was only 16. It really didn't happen like that before. Now for number 1, here we have is the Bucks. 16 for Giannis Antetokounmpo and 14 rebounds, only 4 assists in the steal and 1 dunk. 24 performance run was just like he did, but his team could have swollen that they would have the win to pick it up just like Game 7, but the Celtics destroyed them. So that is it for the game of the Bucks and the Raptors. I know this was a little disappointing, but however, we've got the next game, the last one, coming in as the Lakers take on against the Grizzlies. If you're tuning in with us here on Son of Beast, stay put because we got the next game coming up in just a few moments. So with me, Paintbrush, this has been a presentation of the NBA playoffs of the first round in the Eastern Conference. Peace out everyone for a while as the NBA playoffs on 2K Sports Style. This is Paintbrush, and we'll see you all for the last part of the playoffs. And good night, everyone, for the Milwaukee and Toronto.
If you don't, somebody will.